Back.
This is an example of the majority of what the keys are on there, like this size right here. And what you have underneath is this plastic scissor hinge that's attached to the key underneath. So what you're actually doing is you're separating this hinge from that key when you actually slide the tool underneath. So let me see if I can give you a side view of this. You can kind of see that right there, how it drops right there. So what you're actually doing when you're separating the two, you're taking this tool and you're sticking it inside this little fold right here. And then when you press in, that snaps that right off. So that's why it's important to go in on the actual sides of it and to think that that fold will be somewhat centered in that key. So if you slide your toothpick, paper clip, or whatever it might be, think that you need to remain in the center of this key. Now we're going to remove the colon/semicolon key right here. So take your first tool, stick it just underneath the bottom side like that, and just lift it up just enough that you can take your second tool and insert it on its left. Right there. Now you can remove the first tool. And what we're going to do eventually after we put our finger to hold that top part of the key down is we're going to take this tool and slide it to the right. And what that's going to do is that's going to separate this top key from the plastic scissor hinge underneath it. So let's give that a shot. And just slide it across. That just snaps right off. And now we're going to remove the plastic scissor hinge. So take your tool and put it right on top of the rubber cup. And underneath that scissor hinge, now just come back and try to leverage it up. There you go. And then you can just take your fingers, grab it, and then we're going to pull in this direction. And it just snaps right off. Now get your replacement hinge, and you'll notice there's a tapered part towards the top and a wider part towards the bottom. And that's the orientation that we're actually going to stick it inside this keyhole. So go ahead and take your key, or your scissor hinge, place the bottom end first, and you're going to kind of pull in this direction, and you'll notice it'll kind of snap in. Now you can just let go, and it falls into place. And now with your finger, push down on the top, and you'll hear a couple of snaps. There we go. Now your scissor hinge is installed. Now take your replacement colon and semicolon key and just stick it on top like that. And we're going to press down with our finger. And there's 4 clips on the inside there that need to attach. So you might have to wiggle your hand around a little bit to get them all to take. There we go. You've installed your colon/semicolon key.
Back.
Keys.com.